Hello, future self. I hope that time finds you well. I wanted to make this video to remind you of an important learning strategy that you learned in your Introduction to Psychology course that will help you during your time at college and in the future. The learning strategy is called the study cycle and is made up of 5 steps. The first step requires you to look over course materials before lecture. This includes slides, readings, and chapters that the professor has posted on Canvas. During this time, take notes of headings or material that interests you or you find confusing. By looking at the material that will be covered ahead of time, you will be prepared for the next step, which is active engagement. Active engagement involves interacting with the material during class. This often means being an active participant by listening attentively, nodding your head, and taking notes in order to understand the material well enough to participate in discussions and ask questions to clarify your understanding. This engagement is crucial in order to recollect the material when engaging in the next step. The next step in the study cycle requires you to review your notes within 24 hours of a class. During this time, finish any lingering thoughts that you had during the lecture but were not able to finish due to the high-paced atmosphere. This will help you catch any mistakes in your notes and give you ample time to fix them, as you'll have the opportunity to email your professor for clarification. Additionally, I want to emphasize that these sessions should be limited and should not take more than 8 to 10 minutes. This step is only supposed to help you prepare for the fourth step, which is studying in small increments of time. The reason why you want to study in small segments is because you want to effectively manage your time to complete multiple subjects per day. You also don't want to exhaust yourself and decrease your productivity. During these sessions, you want to rewrite your notes to make connections between the lecture and the textbook, take frequent breaks, create practice questions, concept maps, and host study groups to allow you to understand and recall information through repetition and discussion. And lastly, to ensure that you have mastered the material, don't forget the last step, which is assessing. In this step, you'll participate in frequent reality checks where you ask yourself, am I understanding the material? Or can I teach this concept to others? The good thing about this step is that you can test your mastery by teaching the material to others. This can include people in your study groups or can even be inanimate objects, like a chair or a water bottle. The point is that once you have taught the material, you will be able to recognize the gaps in your knowledge, which will make reviewing your notes easier because you will have a clear understanding about what you don't understand. You'll be able to focus in on that and directly tackle the things that you don't know. You can continue assessing yourself until you feel confident enough that you've mastered the material and are ready for those exams. The reason why I cover this topic was because the study cycle is connected to psychology. The field of psychology studies the mind and behavior, which can be seen in the study cycle's learning strategies that emphasizes behavior such as reviewing material before and after class in order to increase learning which occurs in the mind. This is why psychologists have studied and proven the effectiveness of the study cycle. They have used the scientific method to find associations between learning in the mind and actions that college students have taken to increase their comprehension. For example, in the article provided by the professor, the psychologist used empirical data to determine that the behaviors such as highlighting textbooks are not associated with increased learning in college students. And instead, they vouch for the effectiveness of the study cycle. This showcases the connection between the study cycle and psychology, as the study cycle suggests behaviors that can be applied to increase learning comprehension in the mind. The study cycle can also help you overcome your procrastination. In the current moment, you don't view material before lecture. You take notes on the slides and spend hours after class rewriting notes, which only exhausts you and leads to procrastination. This is an ineffective use of your time that should be better spent applying the study cycle to your regular routine. For example, by viewing material before class, you will learn new information from the professor that will add to your understanding of the topic and lessen the amount of time that you spend reviewing after class. This reviewing process usually took you hours because you believed that reviewing meant studying. You combine the third and fourth step in the study cycle, which led to study sessions that were more than 2 hours in length, which only perpetuated your procrastination, as you felt overwhelmed and dreaded studying for hours on end. However, by successfully splitting up the third and fourth steps to their correct timing, which is 10 minutes for reviewing and 30 to 60 minutes for studying, you will be able to raise the conditions of these overwhelming feelings to form. As a better understanding of the material in the reviewing process will shorten the time you spend in the studying process, teaching yourself the material. In the end, through the application of the study cycle, you'll be able to overcome those feelings of procrastination, and through frequent small sessions of reviewing and studying, you'll create a habit that will be hard to break, preventing procrastination from ever occurring. Overall, I hope that you're already applying these steps because following them will prove to be beneficial to you in the future, especially when it comes to your future career, as following the study cycle will not only help you overcome your procrastination, but with time, it will help you develop a good work ethic that will make you a strong candidate for any position that you apply for. That's why I urge you to remember the effectiveness of these strategies and continue applying them. Because even if you have to change a few steps along the way, the outcome will still be the same. You'll become a force to be reckoned with in the job market. I know you've got this with yourself. Good luck.